Hi, booktube. It's Gina. Happy Friday. How are you today? Are you ready for the weekend? I am ready for the weekend, even though this has been a short week because I had Monday off. It didn't feel like a short week. It felt like a very long week. So I'm very glad that it's the weekend. And, I mentioned this on my last video. I've been feeling a little slumpy lately. At first, I thought I was in a reading slump. In May, I was just like, man, I don't really feel like reading. I read some cozy books, which was great. But then a series of things happened that made me realize that I wasn't really in a reading slump. I was in a life slump. Slump might not even be the word. I'm just in that transitional phase. I just realized it. I was meeting up with an old friend from high school, my first roommate in college, and she is an entrepreneur. She's got her own business, and we met in downtown Seattle. It was great to spend some time together. She doesn't live in this area, but she was very motivated and meeting with clients, and she had her passion planner that she was documenting in, and I was just like, I don't feel motivated. That was kind of the first thing. I went, wow, you know what? I haven't looked forward to anything career-wise or business-wise in a while. We spend our 20s trying to decide what we want to be. And then we spend I spent my 30s and my 40s building and working and saving and just, kind of building the life. And now I feel like at 55, it's another crossroads where things are changing. I'm not ready to really retire, but things need to be a little bit different. So I actually did buy a passion planner. I didn't grab it. I'm not much of a planner person, and I'm not much of a lists or documenting things, but I really liked the idea of the planner. I do try to keep a calendar for, when I post videos and just when I'm leaving the house, which is not as often these days. But I do like to have a planner, and I really liked the size of this planner. I should have grabbed it so I could show it to you. I'm gonna go grab it, hold on. Okay, so here it is. It's sort of hard to see it, but it's a perfect 5x8 size. It's floppy, which I really like. It's got weekly pages with the vertical. I actually prefer the horizontal ones, but this is good. This is good too. So it's got the weekly columns, and then it's got a monthly spread, which I like. This is the perfect size for me because I don't need to do a ton of planning, but I do like to kind of jot things down. So I'm working on this. I think this is actually going to be kind of fun to get me motivated, to keep track of some health things that are going on. And it's pretty. It gives me pleasure. So this was a fun thing that I bought to kind of help to just get me motivated. And then the second thing that happened was I get an email list from Ryan Holiday, who's an author, and he owns a bookstore, and he sends out a book list every month of the books that he's read, and he had a couple of inspirational books in there, which I looked at and went, wow, I've not really read any inspiring books recently or any self-help motivational books, which I tend to really enjoy. So I promptly bought the two that he recommended. They got delivered by Amazon and they were crap. So I actually returned them, and now I don't even remember what they were, but one was just a very skinny book of quotes, like one quote per page, which is fine, but just not really what I was looking for. And the other one, I can't remember now what it was, but I just looked at it and went, this is not quite what I want. But I know that the fix is going to involve books. So I went to the bookstore. I bought a few books that I thought I would share with you. Now, I am also going to ask you for some advice if you have it. the first piece of advice is, do you have any motivational books that you love? And I'll show you the ones I bought, and this will give you an idea of what I like. But I'd love to hear any recommendations you have on motivational books. And then secondly, the other thing that happened was I watched Jennifer's video yesterday from Insert Literary Pun Here. And she is doing a master's program, and I don't want to go back to school. I have no desire for that. But she's so excited about what she's studying and her classes. And I thought, I need to find something to engage my brain. So that's the second piece of advice I need. I got to start looking for a project of some kind to just get my brain going again. Last time I felt like this a couple of years ago, I started my channel. So that was a lot of fun. And now I need to do something else. Maybe I want to learn how to knit or take a foreign language class or do some research on one of my favorite authors. I'm not sure. So if you have any ideas about some fun learning, brain enhancing projects, I'd love any ideas. So let me show you the books that I got, because I think these are actually going to provide a lot of enjoyment. The first one is called Legome. Isn't that cute? It is Not Too Little, Not Too Much, The Swedish Art of Living a Balanced, Happy Life by Nikki Brantmark. I love these kinds of little home ideas on how to take care of yourself. This one's got like a chapter on taking a break, and it's got a picture of a perfect looking person, which I try not to compare myself to, but this is all about the Swedish fika, a coffee break in the middle of the day. So it's just, little chapters on some nice ways to take care of yourself. There's a page on exercise and camping and morning dips. So I think there's going to be some fun stuff in here. It's just a cute little inspirational book. So I bought that. Next, this just grabbed my attention. This is Start More Than You Can Finish, a creative permission slip to unleash your best ideas by Becky Blades. And, I've never really thought of myself as a super creative person, but I have a YouTube channel that is a creative endeavor, and this just looked really interesting for starting some new creative projects, sort of along the lines of that Julia Cameron book, The Artist's Way, that I loved back in the 90s when I read it. And this sort of looked similar to that. A year of starting anything. My commitment was this: if an idea comes my way that makes sense for me, I will quickly say I'll start and take action. And though I start things all the time, this year I actually blew my own mind and wrote a song, started a fundraising project, hired a choreographer, and produced a dance program, made a set of human-sized dog costumes, none of which would appeal to me, but just some creative ideas to get you rolling. So I think this is going to be fun. And then I also bought Rick Steves' The Best of England, because one thing that I really, really want to do is I want to go to England and Edinburgh, and this includes Edinburgh. So I am... That was Greg. He just got home from work. So anyway, I got a travel law book for England because I'm going to start dreaming and planning my trip. I've got to go. I have to go see where Miss Reed and Rosamund Pilcher lived and worked and wrote. I have to go. So this is going to get on the agenda somewhere. I don't know where. Oh, and here's the Cotswolds. I definitely want to go to the Cotswolds, which is where the Miss Read books are set. This is very exciting to me. So definitely going to get this going. And then lastly, this is not an inspirational book, but I wanted to get something fiction. And this is Jane Eyre, the Penguin classic edition of Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. And I want to read this in July with my friend Sandy from Miss Reads a Lot. She has 1001 book club where she picks a book that she reads every month off of the 1001 books you must read before you die list, and then encourages people to read it along with her in a super casual way. And I think this will be I've never read this book before. Can you believe it? I actually own a few copies. I've had a few super cute paperbacks, but I just wanted this one. Who am I kidding? I just wanted this one. I wanted to buy a book, and this one just really spoke to me. And it was not expensive, so I bought it. And I'm looking forward to hopefully reading this in July. I don't know I'm still thinking about my summer reading plans. I do want to read along with Jane Austen in July, but I haven't seen any announcement videos, so I don't know what the group read for that is going to be, but I'm still pulling out some summer reading ideas that I will be sharing with you soon. So if you have any thoughts on motivational books that you love, projects that sound fun, or things to learn that sound fun, I would love to hear them down below. Bye.